Jinshaochu multifunctional vegetable cutter is an outstanding solution for anyone who spends a lot of time preparing and enter the room where the MWANGO is with a newborn baby inside that room. But Mawa tell her that he will not show baby face. And this is the Mawa who normally show children face, baby face. My people, we are just here to, talk our own, then we call it a day. For me, I'm against any mother who hides baby, no matter what. If first marriage doesn't work, it will not stop you not to start life again. If you want to know real man who love you, it starts from your child. If you are the type who have baby before, then you want to remarry again, don't hide your child. If you hide that your child, sometimes marriage fade. Sometimes living with a man, sometimes you will get tired. You understand? Sometimes man get tired too. They can use that little mistake to get you. After all, you hide your baby for me. Then what else? If you want to enter marriage as a woman or as a man, open up. If the man really loves you, he will accept your child. If the man don't love you, he will not accept your child. Not he don't love you. Some men don't want to have a baby man or somebody who already have baby. You understand? But you will not force somebody to want him don't want. Because since I have been watching their old video, I want to really see if that sign, there is sign, anything that is bringing smoke, there is fire behind that smoke. Then when I come across this video, that my mama don't see show it for us to watch very well. My people, they want to look like a breastfeeding mom. Yes. And there is little baby there. Sister Winnie children was there around it. And people, before I talk too much, let's go down low. Thank you all for coming. Mawa video, we never finish with begging. Mawa let us know that this boy who him showcase on his channel, people will come out for the boy. That a lot of
guys, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another video, another Empress Reacts video. I want to be honest with you guys. I'm getting tired of doing reaction videos. I've just eaten. Good afternoon. I just saw the Vic of DEE with her baby. Honestly, I'm getting tired. I can't keep up. I can't keep up with these reaction videos simply because I'm seeing the reactors. They are absolutely, their game is up there. These people are digging so deep. And I don't think I have the strength or the time to go digging after somebody's passed this much, just so that I can make videos and earn some little money here on social media, or here on YouTube. I don't think I can keep up. So the thing is, I've seen reactors, they are like pumping 5 videos a day. I've seen reactors are even staying 24 hours. Some reactors, they are staying 24 hours on a live. Is it by force? Is it by force? I mean, my job is not really, I'm really not busy at my place of work. Most times I'm just perusing the internet and just sitting and doing nothing much because the business has really gone down currently. So at my business, I'm just like doing little monitoring here and there, staying there, just monitoring the work and whatnot. I'm not making any money right now because businesses are low. With the little I make, I'm just trying to tell you guys that I'm not busy as much as I would say I'm busy making money, I'm busy breaking bank here in Nairobi, blah, blah. I'm not busy because work is so slow this January and February. But still, I'm really trying to keep up with this reaction and I'm failing. Because tell me why I'm only. Oh, hi guys. I have not. Did I even introduce myself? I've seen I'm gathering a couple of subscribers here and there. I have like 100 subscribers that have joined, new subscribers that have joined. Seems like people like these gossip videos. That is why I tend to not have people, new subscribers often. But all of a sudden, when I start making these gossip videos, I've seen like 100 people have joined. Hi there, haters. Hi, D haters. Or hi, Nyabohanze haters. I heard that you, as the people who are hating on the Nyabohanze people, you guys don't have anything better to do with your lives. You guys are miserable. You guys are old. You guys don't. You have nothing better going on for your lives. That is the reason why you have time in your hand to go hate on a early 20 something woman who really is just doing her thing. She's just in her corner making content. But you guys can't eat, you guys can't live, you guys cannot function, you cannot be, and as a matter of fact, you don't have content unless you mention D Mwango, I am Marwa, Miss Trudy, Warren Maya, and yada yada, and all this, you are sort of just hanging onto them like a leech, trying to make money off them. This is exactly what the people who differ with the reactors they usually say. As a matter of fact, you guys, you are told to dive into the pit latrines, and you are told to go yourselves because you belong to the pit of hell. You people are so mannerless. You don't have home training whatsoever. You are a bunch of haters, and you deserve to. That is exactly what you deserve to. Those are these D Mwango's um, subscribers. Those are their words, not my words, please. Anyway, welcome to you guys who are joining this channel. Usually my channel is filled with gossip here and there. Sometimes we gossip about Nyabohanze, sometimes we gossip about the trending things on social media. I don't really have a specific thing that I talk about. I talk about anything that is trending or whatever comes into my heart. So today we are just gonna talk randomly. And I have to admit to you guys, my heart is kind of really heavy. My heart is heavy simply because I don't know if you guys know exactly what is happening on earth in the world right now. I don't know if you guys are awake. And I don't know if you guys are on the right side of the algorithm, that you are really aware of what is happening in the world. Today I was just looking at what is happening in the world with the Epstein files and the things that have been released, the Mossad and everything that is happening. I don't know, you guys might say that it doesn't have nothing to do with you, but it has everything to do with the world affairs, what is going on in the world right now. And we are heading towards very wrong direction. As a matter of fact, the waker you are, the better for you and your family, because it's getting crazy. Today I did not enter the Epstein file, and I don't want this video to be flagged. I did not go into the file to know exactly what is happening in the file, but I've just had people previewing, people talk about them, and I am just like, wait a minute. There are people, we are still fixated on the little D Mwango and the little Nyabohanze. Yet these kind of things are happening on earth and we are probably not even aware because we are ignorantly focusing on the things that are not even of. Guys, our priorities are not aligned. If we are just going to be focusing on one person, it's not like I'm not going to be talking about these kind of things, or not going to be reacting. I'm going to continue reacting, but I'm just telling you guys where my heart is at, or where my mind is at right now. I just can't believe it. And I can't believe that there was a time until recently that I was really in support of the orange guy. I am not going to call names. I'm just going to speak in parables, because again, they are flagging this type of videos. I was really in support of the orange guy, because the orange guy used religion to try and brainwash people to follow his bandwagon. He tried to bring people like Paula White, TD Jakes, or people who are mega church people to come to his rallies, pray for him, put hands on him, and blah, blah, blah. And it made people think that this guy is God given. Let me tell you guys, the conspiration theorists that were damned very much crazy, they were right all along. I mean, these people are eating children. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And they are describing in these emails how them little babies taste. These people are going, even in Africa, recruiting little girls from Samburu. These people have teamed up with the biologists, and they are actually pumping some drugs onto the men of this world. They are pumping some drugs into male species for them to start being actually confused. These people are recruiting little minors, underage babies. They are smacking them, and they are doing the unimaginable things with these babies while filming them. And these people are elites. Elites. Hey! And to think that Christianity and the Bible is based off of one country, the easy. And for us to think that the easy is the chosen nation. For us to pray to the God of the easy. I'm out of words. I am not a Christian. I'm not a Christian no longer. I'm no longer a Christian. I no longer believe in the Christian Bible. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Count me out. I'm no longer, I will never ever step foot in a congregation by the name of hallelujah, hallelujah. No, I'm not doing it. Anyway, you guys, there is a lot. If your algorithm is not set onto the happenings of the world currently, the breaking news, you guys need to go and start doing your proper watch and listening to what is happening in the world. It's getting crazy. And it's been alleged, or it is true, that the ISIS had wanted the orange guy to attack Iran. But the orange guy backed out. So in retaliation, they've decided to release the Epstein file. And the who is in there. The who is who. And they are actually explaining and emailing each other onto what they were gonna do. Even you remember the people who were captured in Libya and Saddam Hussein and all these people, everything is there. It was orchestrated and planned. They do all these attacks every single place in the world. The most, I don't even want, you guys. Anyway, so then I'm just thinking to myself that we could dare just like think about DEE MWANGO and talk about her 24/7. Some of us are even taking 24 hours talking about them. Yet the things that are actually happening, the world is actually kind of crazy. And I'm believing that there's going to be such conflict. It could even start the real Armageddon, the fight in the entire world. Yet we are not aware of what is happening. We are just fixated on these things. Anyway, now let's get to what you guys like to listen to. Let's get to what you guys like. I just wanted to bring that one out of my chest because my chest was really heavy. Today, I did not even focus on the DEE MWANGO. I did not even watch them. I don't know what is happening on the DEE MWANGO and things. Today, I was just really listening to the world news and everything that is happening in the world. I was just really fixated on the Epstein file. That is all. And it really broke my heart. Broke my heart into pieces. They are actually cannibals. They are actually sitting on the table and feasting on human flesh. The orange guy, together with the other globalists, the Rothschild, these people who own the multi-banking companies, the people who own money in this world, the people who are responsible for economic and banking system, these people, they are the ones who are responsible. They've overtaken the entire world, yet you don't know. And they are using Christianity and religion to divide people and conquer. They've hijacked Christianity. Christianity is not of God, of the God that I thought it was. They are demons acting in the name of Christianity.
All the way back in June of 2025.
You better get that right. So today I don't even know if I'm gonna go fall asleep because I'm just gonna continue watching everything that I was watching. So somebody has shared, let's just talk about this one. Somebody has shared a video or somebody has shared one of the reactors, I think. So people wanted to see the evidence. They wanted to see the evidence if it is true that DEE MWANGO actually had a child. You know, these people, we are actually digging into the lady's past. And we just most of us want to humble her. I think so. I think that is what it is. I think most of us want to put her in her place where we think she belongs. And most of us want to prove her wrong so bad that we will go to the extent of speculating and saying all sorts of things. Some of these things are very damaging, and you can actually strike a balance. You can strike a balance when it comes to criticizing someone. Let's say DEE MWANGO has a child. Fine, she has a child. She's hiding her child. Let's say, for instance, that is the truth. Which, me personally, my opinion is that she might have a child. it is not for a certain that it is true. I mean, I don't know if it is 100% true, but she might have, she might, because she's of the age of having a child anyway. So she might have had that child, maybe after finishing high school or before finishing high school, I don't know, or even when she was in university, because a lot of people are asking questions. When did she have that child? When was she ever pregnant? Like, but if somebody is not proud of something, they're going to go extra miles. They're going to make sure they hide it, they keep it hidden. But it is unfortunate, or fortunate, is that she is on social media. So it is not easy for her to hide many things. Because things that are done in the dark, they will eventually come to light. So this is the reason why I think it is important for people to be transparent. Because then again, if you're not transparent, something of the sort can come out. And I was watching a video where someone was mentioning, because me, I wanted to, why do you guys say so? What is your evidence? Because I don't just want to come here and start running my mouth over something that is being speculated with zero evidence whatsoever. So I've seen people are trying to really dig. And some of the things that people are saying, guys, it gets me thinking. As a matter of fact, let's say most of us, we might be older than DEE-MWANGO, right? Me, I'm older than DEE-MWANGO. And like, I think DEE-MWANGO is not yet even, I feel like she's either 29 or early 30s. Like, she's not 31, 32, 33. My bad. Maybe in the past I was thinking that maybe she is. But if she finished high school in 2015, unless if she dropped from out of school and joined school again, then maybe she might have finished when she was older. But in my knowledge, if she finished high school, let's say she studied and she was on track with her age mates, she didn't drop out, which could have been the case. But then if it was the case that DEE-MWANGO might have dropped out of school because of pregnancy, then the child that you guys are claiming is hers. Why is she barely even 8 years old? Because people are claiming that the girl called Chantel is DEE-MWANGO's daughter. But DEE-MWANGO makes video with that same girl, and that girl, it seems like she has a certain bond with DEE-MWANGO. There is a bond. When you see this girl with the DEE-MWANGO, there is a certain bond between her and this child. And this child is barely 10. I don't believe this child is 10. Because I watched a video where she made a video 5 months ago, and I saw this child. This is not a 10-year-old. She's probably 7. No, 7, maybe 8. 8, 7, 7, 8 there. This is what I thought when I saw this Chantel. And some people you could be right, but then again, the speculation, the way people are speculating, you guys are alleging very serious things. Even if we are reacting, or even if we are commenting on these conversations regarding this girl, get to understand that she is human too. And she have a heart. Let's for example, just pretend for 1 minute that you are her and people are on your case like this. Maybe your dirty secret, your dirty laundry, or your dirty secret is out. And now people are rejoicing over it, and people are talking over it, and people are commenting on the comment section. And I was just thinking, as a matter of fact, if, like, for example, DMongo has a cult member, people who are so in love with her, who will go extra miles to encourage her. They will not see any faults, any wrongs with her. They will not correct her any bit. It's a cult member. Let's say, for example, you cannot never make these people change their mind regarding DMongos. Then what does the people who are hating on her, what are they called? Are they not cult members as well? Are we not cult members as well? Let's just be honest for a minute. Do not click off. Let's just talk. Are we? If you call the people who are cheering her on, donating to her, and doing all these good things to her, blah blah, who are making her head to swell, who make her feel very confident about herself, if you call these people a cult members, what about the people who are gathering in a corner to gossip and speculate things about her? And why am I talking like this? I was on one forum and I was reading, and I just read very keenly. And I try to put myself, like, we humans, we have to be capable of sitting down and having an interpersonal relationship. Kujieka mkutano. That is what we call it, kujieka mkutano. Yes, I agree that DMongo's personality is unlikable. Me personally, I feel like her personality is a bit unlikable. And then again, why is she unlikable? According to me, I feel like it's her bragging. The way she brags so much. And the way whenever she talks, she can be so proudly wrong, but she can be extremely arrogantly wrong in whatever something that she's saying. But if you try to correct her, she will be shouting and lashing out and be in that defensive mode. She is loudly incorrect, but she does not even realize it. Let's say, for example, DMongo is crazy, or DMongo is coming from a place of childhood trauma, as she had mentioned that is very clearly that there are some disturbing, something is not right, or maybe their upbringing was not correct, or maybe their parents did not do a good job at raising them, or whatnot, whatever you can call it. Let's say that she is going through psychological issues, unhealed wounds as a child. Let's say, for example, that is what is going on with her. Do you think that we can try as much as possible to correct? And while we are correcting, we can as well become a little bit more sensitive with the way we go about it? Do you think we can do that? Because you understand that hurt people hurt people. You do understand that? That when you people are sitting in the corner and being on one person's case, having known that this person is not okay, she's coming from her heart and traumatized, and she's trying to find her way in life. Maybe she's going around it the wrong way. But us, as the people who feel that we are sane, don't you think that we can go about it in our sane minds? We can go about correcting her the better way? Don't you think that the way we are doing it, we are being excessive and we are being insensitive? When you are dealing with somebody who is hurt and traumatized, Don't you think that the way you are going to attack is not by like you are not, like, for example, like, two wrongs don't make right. Like when you are coming to her the wrong way and she's also defensive and she's also trying to defend herself and attacking you in the return. Do you think that even if somebody see us sitting in the corner typing something, before you type whatever you are typing, have you thought about it and thought, is it edifying? Is it uplifting? Is it, because, to be honest, all of us are going through something. And some of us don't know how to process it. Some of us, like, for example, when you come from a hard childhood where Deep Mongo, I feel like she doesn't know how to put it in words. Perhaps she's afraid of people coming at her if she opens up and talks to people about exactly what was the, if she says traumatized, what exactly, like for her to pinpoint exactly what her parents did or what was happening in her childhood that made her traumatized. Not just generally saying, like, because the example of being traumatized that she gave was really not, to me, it was just like sort of beating about the bush, going around cycle. Because when she mentioned that she grew up poor and she was only having one Sunday best and her mother was not taking care of her. She can't remember a time her mother just went out of her way and did something nice to her, to buy her something nice. So right now she feels like whatever the people in Poland are doing to her, they are going above and beyond, and they are doing something that even her parent couldn't do to her. And she's just praising these people in Poland and praising the mother-in-law for having bought her these outfits and always buying her clothes. She's overcompensating and she's just like talking nonstop regarding the things that, whatever you guys heard her talking about when she was talking about she healed her childhood trauma by going excessively and spending extra to buy herself designer things, designer perfumes, spending a lot of money and going on these expensive trips, sleeping in five-star hotels and doing all these things. It was coming, she's mentioned that it is because she had a traumatized childhood. But the only thing she mentioned was traumatizing was the fact that her mother was never taking good care, like didn't take care of her, like didn't do something nice to her, maybe wash or cook or just pamper her generally. And plus, she just mentioned that she went to a boarding school, and the only thing her mother could afford was to take her to boarding school. And she didn't mention her father was so more so. She just mentioned her mom. Maybe she's not comfortable about mentioning her father in the video, but she just mentioned that her mother was a teacher. She didn't mention what both her parents were in the picture or whatnot. But as it is, you could put one or two together and know that she probably comes from a very destabilized background. And it wasn't her fault. It must have been the fault of her parents. And her parents have not really come to terms and accepted. African parents, they don't know when they are wrong. Because even them, they are coming from very broken background. So whichever wrong that they had done in their children's life, they just feel that it's the norm. It's normal to live like that, or it's normal to bring up children like that. They don't understand what is trauma. They don't normalize going for counseling. And as it is, I feel like DEE MWANGO's parents were probably not in good terms. As you see, the machete guy, he seems like he was somebody who was more so someone who is a bit of high tempered, and maybe he wasn't like very welcoming to the kids, that the kids could even be opening to them, as in talk, even to be like there was no father daughter type of relationship. That is probably what she meant by traumatized, because childhood trauma, because what she mentioned was not childhood trauma. She just perhaps lacked words on how exactly to put it. And I feel like if all of us can compete and say, oh, whatever you went through was better, yani, if I tell you what I went through, blah, blah, your childhood trauma and somebody else's childhood trauma might be totally different. Totally different. And the fact that my childhood trauma and your childhood trauma differ does not mean that my childhood trauma is lesser than yours. It just depends on how my mind processed things, on how it made me feel overall. So, me personally, I feel like the way D is, it's coming from a heart place. And I think that she needs to acknowledge that there is something that is amiss, or maybe the trauma that she went through as a child is making her to be the way she is right now. And maybe she could realize it, sit down and understand exactly that this is what it is and seek therapy. Moving forward, she can seek therapy. Otherwise, she's just going to continue going in circles, making wrong decisions, fighting here on social media, living a lie and always lying and always mentioning things that are neither here or no. Because I even saw somebody who had gone as far as to find out maybe on LinkedIn about Pero's profile. And she had told people that Pero is a CEO, works with an American IT company. He works online and he's a rich man. But he's not. So people dig. People want to dig, especially if you are popular here on social media, perhaps on the YouTube fields, if you're having more views and you are, you know, you people are tuning into your channel, they will start making one or two things and start digging your past. So people have dug on DEE MWANGO's past, because I think the reason why people are digging on her past is because they want to prove her wrong, and they want to actually tell people who she really is, because she has refused to tell people exactly who she is. So she's living a lie. So the people who consume her content have made it upon themselves to go dig up. But then when we are digging up, or when you guys are digging up and bringing receipts, because as it is right now, people have dig up and have found even her maternity pictures. They have found. And they found it on Aya Marwa's page. I don't know, they went on archives. I don't know how they found it, but somehow they found it. And they came with it. The receipts are here on the YouTube. But she continues saying she doesn't have a child. Her subscribers are continue saying people are lying on her. But then people are also going further to speculate that what is so shameful about the birth of this child? Might it have been incest? You guys are asking. Many people are asking. Is it incest? Incestual? Something incest happened in this family? Why are they? People are people at the end of the day. Because people are asking a lot of questions, allegedly, Marwa is the father of the child. Allegedly, I don't like the way Marwa looks at Dee. I don't like their relationship. It's weird. I don't like. People are now reading into it a bit too much. And they are speculating. They want to humble her. And they want to really make her know that we know. Even me personally, I have skeletons in my closet. Everybody have a past. But what makes me, let me tell you, I have a past, and me personally, I like to be honest. If I lie, maybe I lie about two or three things, but my entire life is not a lie. I would not sit here and tell you that my husband is a CEO, my husband earns a lot of money, and no, I would not tell you that, because that is far from the truth. If I have to tell you something about my husband finances, I would say it, but I would not lie about it. I would not say, "Oh, my husband, I don't do anything in this house. I just sit and flicker my toes. My husband gets to do everything for me." No, that's not true. So I will not get to say that. If I know that I'm going to say something that is incorrect, I'd rather not say it. So about her age, I saw people were defying. People are saying that she has always said that she is in her 20s. Most ladies lie. Here in Kenya, people lie about their age a lot. People don't say their actual age. I think it's because they just don't want you to know that wamekula chumvi mingi. People are scared of saying their real age. People hide their ID, national ID, their birth certificates, any identification form that will make you see their age. It's very normal. People hide their age. People can even hack age by 10 years. They can say they are 10 years younger, but they are probably 10 years older. That's just here in Kenya. That is something that many people do. So even if you see Dee Mwango is hiding her age and she's 18, just the same way people usually say, "I'm 18 until I die." Utafanya nini? That's my age. People will just say, me, I'm forever young. So you can make it up. Even the people, especially even the reactors, ask them how old they are. For example, ask QM Carol, ask Carol, or On Trending, ask them how old they are. And hear them telling you it's none of your business. They cannot tell you how old they are, because people don't just say their ages here. Hmm? If I tell you that I'm 42, you might perhaps make up and see, add 4 years or 5 years, or even 6, 7, 5. I'm just going to give you, people just say, like, for example, if they say that I'm in my 40s, that is enough. If I told you guys I'm in my 40s, just know I'm in my 40s. If I say I'm in my 30s, then I'm in my 30s. I could be early 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, but I'm in my 30s. I'm in fourth floor. As a matter of fact, they usually say I'm in fourth floor. Fourth, third, fifth. If you hear someone say they are fifth floor, meaning they're in their 50s. If they say they are fourth floor, meaning they're in their 40s. If third floor, they're in their 30s. But even me, I have a workmate whom I've been working with her for the last 2 years, and she has never even disclosed her age to me. It's just the thing. That's what happens here. So usually people usually try to make of it, what is Dee Mwango's age? People usually ask themselves. If, let's say, for example, Kohera said that I Am Marwa was born in 1987 or 1986, between 87, 86, and 88, right? So if Kohera says that, then it means that Dee Mwango could have been born in 1989, 90, 91, 92. You can just like do your own math. And we are not talking about the elder sister Winnie, because she's also in 80s. She's born in 80s. David Jr. also is probably born in 90s, maybe 96, 97, or 95. So you can just approximately say how old they are. But if you want to start scratching your head, saying, oh, she's old, oh, she's 37, oh, Marwa is 40. Okay, Kohera is Marwa's father. And Kohera is saying that Marwa was born in 87, between 87 and 88. So it means that he knows better because he is the father, right? So even also DEE MWANGO could be, she's not the same age as Marwa. So she probably is in, if not early 30s, because I know that it's either she's in late 20s, maybe 29, heading to 30, but not as we said earlier before in other videos that she's 36, because I also saw somebody was saying that DEE MWANGO is way above her productive years. She's probably infertile, or she's probably, somebody say that she's, that hurt my feelings. Somebody say that she is cursed and she will never be able to have a child. Somebody said that on a comment section in one of the reactors. And I actually commented on that person's video and I told him that is not a right thing to say regarding your fellow woman. It doesn't matter how you disagree with her, but you have to be the bigger person. You can't say such a thing because you don't know anybody's destiny. You really don't know that she's gonna be, you don't know. So sometimes even if we try 1 minute, to put yourself in her shoes. She probably is hiding regarding the child, hiding the baby, because she's afraid of you people. She's afraid on the social media. I don't know why she's afraid of the social media, because if I was her, I just own to it, because you don't know if that was the only egg that you will ever produce. You don't know that is the only child that you will ever count as a child that you bore. You don't know. So I would confidently own to that child, even if that child was in university and I'm in my age and that child was in her late 20s, I would totally own to it and say, this is my child. Because the child came from me. It doesn't matter how I conceived that child. It doesn't matter if it was incest. It doesn't matter, because obviously you will not have to, nobody will have to actually open up and tell you, my brother is the one who did this to me. That is just speculations. There are some secrets that people die with. They don't have to come on here. People, even you have some secrets that you will die with. So even her, there are some secrets, but again, just telling people, oh, okay, I have a child. But she chooses not to. She have her own reasons. So we can speculate all we want. We can say, oh, incest. Oh, you can shout all you want. Oh, you can say, people say a lot of things, trying to compare her with Miss Trudy. But then I just feel like, even if we are coming on here and trying to criticize or even react on her videos, perhaps we could understand that where she is coming from is a place of having that childhood trauma. So she is making up, whatever her behavior is the behavior that she's trying to make up, because her parents did not do best job to raise her or even to teach her better. So again, as time goes by, I hope that she understands that she needs counseling, maybe she goes for one, because there is no harm in going for counseling. It doesn't mean that you're crazy or anything like that. We can always seek professional help and talk to counselors. Sometimes there are things that are really deep in us that we cannot even be able to talk to people even on here on social media about. And that is where now the counselors usually have professional help that can come in and can give you direction, because you don't know what she goes through. Maybe she's depressed, maybe she's whatever she's doing, and whatever the bragging and whatever the talks she's, maybe when she says that I've traveled to 70 countries, it means that it makes her feel better about herself. Maybe that is an achievement that she feels better about herself when she mentions. But I know that the husband already made her realize that you don't have to talk down or look down or think that you are more intelligent than him, for example. Even her husband seems to be a little, we could call it jealous, but he's just like sort of pointing out the fact that she emphasizes her word, she's placing it on the fact that she has traveled more than so and so, and more than so and so, and she deserves praise, or she deserves admiration, or she deserves to be put in a pedestal because she has stepped foot on here and there. But then again, people who are sane, or who really understand the tingo, they would actually tell her to snap out of it. And that is the reason why her husband came in and told her, you know what? I don't like that. You don't always have to say that. You don't always have to brag about blah, 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 blah. You know? So then again, I saw in the last video she made, she did not mention about the introduction was so smooth. So there's a picture floating around. This picture. People, I think it's found in Ayam Marwa's, and there was a baby here. Somebody, I think maybe that is, I don't know if that is Ayam Marwa or who is that. So she was here on her maternity. There's no Winnie there. It's just her, the baby, and whoever that was. So it could be true that she has a child and she's not comfortable talking about that part of her life. So she'd rather choose to tuck it under the rugs. That is the reason why she chooses not to bring it on social media, because social media can drag you to hell. Totally. They can drag you to hell. And sometimes we can strike a balance. We can say, there is a balance that we can strike on hating and criticizing and correcting and just being flat out haters. We can strike a balance, even as someone can criticize us. People who are coming on social media on our comment section, they can always criticize us. They can, because we see things on a different point of view. We see the world differently. So if someone thinks that the way we are talking or the way somebody is mentioning some things is a bit hateful, then they are free to say you are hating. But then before you say that I am personally hating on MWANGO, try to understand my point of view. And I'm going to say it again. You have to understand that MWANGO is coming from a place where she is coming from a family that is very dysfunctional, like many of us. And usually we carry the hurt, the frustrations, and the trauma to our adulthood. So you'd find that even congrats mom have trauma and all these things from her childhood or from her whatever, and then she she moved them forward and she passes it from generations to generations. So unless you decide that it ends with you, the trauma ends with you, then it's only going to continue. But as it is, DEE Mwango's trauma has not ended with her. Because again, I feel like she is trying to look for validation. Exactly. And I also feel like she's is it called compensating whatnot? Kizungu hata saa zingine haikuji poa. By mentioning, overly praising her mother-in-law while throwing her mother under the bus. So if your mother was single-handedly raising you guys, as you said, probably you didn't say single-handedly, but you say that your mother was a teacher. But growing up, me personally, we envy teachers' kids so bad. DEE Mwango mentioned that she went to a boarding school. Going to a boarding school, to me, growing up, was the rich people tingo. Not even rich, probably middle class. Boarding school was the it of the, like, if your parent could afford to take you to a boarding school, you had made it. So according to her, she's saying that my mother we could afford school fees. Some of us, we could not even go to school. Some of us, we could not. Your mother could afford a meal or two. Some of us could not even eat. Some of us drank porridge and went to bed. For me personally, I remember my elder sister had to befriend a posho mill guy so that the flour that falls on the ground in the evening after everybody had done the posho and some had fallen down, those were the ones that we collected, regrinded, and cooked ugali with. They were called mokatielo. If you are Luo, you would understand what I mean, mokatielo. After everybody stepped on this flour the whole day in the posho mill, this is what my sister had to befriend a posho mill guy so that we can eat this mokatielo. Or sometimes we go and we find there's no food. My mother is nowhere to be found. My father is nowhere to be found. We are just raising ourselves in some abandoned place. We never even had a place called home. I never had a bed. No, even mattress. I slept on a mkeka. It's called par in Luo. Not even mkeka. The one that is made with these small sticks. You know, these sticks. That is what we slept on. Then we are being toasted from this house to this house. My auntie, you go to your auntie's house, your auntie chases you away because now you become of a burden because she also have their children. They took you to your grandmother. Your grandma also toasts you. You just get toasted from one place to the other. You get molested in the middle of this being tossed around. Your mother is nowhere to be seen. That was the childhood I had. You go to school, where? Where? I stepped school when I was probably 6 or 7, 8. No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say the truth. I was 10 when I first stepped foot in school, in class. 10 years old. That is primary school. Lower primary at 10. I'm the tallest in my class. I didn't go kindergarten. I just started with class 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I didn't go class 1. I was probably starting from class 2 because I was too big for class 1. And I was already 10. There were kids that I was in with were laughing at me because I was too big to be in my class, tall. But we persevered. We persevered. We go to school. No uniform. Everybody have uniform but us. Home clothes. Home clothes for the longest time. Tattered home clothes. Only one cloth. One. And I'm not kidding. Wait until she says she's had the Sunday best. One outfit. I wish I had a picture of me when I was small. I could have shown you I had this blue dress that I wore from Monday to Monday. And this blue dress, when I wash it, sometimes when it smells, people tell me, you ain't going to nuka vibaya. Don't go, remove it and go and wash it. Until someone tells me that it's now smelling. Then I go and wash it. I hang it while I cover myself with something like this. I wait until it dries. Then I put it on. One. Until one day my father said, when my father came, I came to know. It's a long story, guys. It's a long story. Then my father went to second-hand clothing and then got us 1, 2, 3 clothes and some shoes. That is the only time my mother could not afford nothing. Even clothes, even my skin. You don't want to know. Huh? You don't want to know about the way. And that was trauma. Absolute trauma. And I'm not saying that DEE MWANGO's part was not trauma, because everybody processes trauma differently. My trauma is not the same as her trauma. But maybe she's not specific, because what she mentioned is not trauma. That is not trauma. Trauma is something else. If you go find the definition of trauma, that is not the definition. Whatever she was defining was not trauma. So unless she grew up in an extreme violent background, or unless she had a baby when she was younger, in her younger years, and then her parents chased her away, with a history of this Moshete guy being so violent, maybe there was a very much high probability of him not being accepting. So maybe all hell broke loose for her, and she found it so difficult to cope. And the birth of that child altogether was traumatic to her, and it's something maybe she wants to bury behind her. Maybe she did not even go through postpartum counseling, or maybe she just chooses, I don't want this. Maybe it's the circumstances surrounding her conceiving that child. Maybe it was through her being R-worded. Maybe it was through something that she wants not to associate with. So long as she did not, even if she have that child, so long as that child, she's taking care of that child, even if it is from a distance, but she's being taken care of. So Angela Palmer, you don't know that. So you don't know that because you didn't live with her. But Kohera knows them. And Kohera was her stepdad. And Kohera mentioned that she had a child. And the pictures suggest that she did have a child. And people are coming in with the pictures. People are being emailed from the relative side or from whichever people's side. People are snooping. And it's now 100% proven that she had a child. So you can continue being in denial. And again, DEE MWANGO lies a lot. So you cannot take her word for yes, it is true. No. Everything that DEE MWANGO says, take it with a grain of salt. She lies a lot. Hmm? She lies about almost everything. So again, maybe the lying part is a coping mechanism, but you cannot trust a YouTuber 100%. That he come here and start arguing, saying that the person who is saying that she has a child is lying. I believe that guy than I believe DEE, because DEE lies a lot. It has been proven that she lies about so many things. So having a child is not something bad. I wish I had. If I was her, hey, I would be like, what? Even just one, I had. Hmm? Even just one, at least I had. So if DEE MWANGO is not comfortable being transparent to the YouTube people. She started YouTube by being not transparent. She has not always been transparent. So I understand that you, her followers, have also believed and trusted in her, even though she's not been transparent. You, her followers, are also being lied to, and you believe what she says. She lied to you that her husband is a CEO, and you believed it. What makes you think that her husband is a CEO? Do you think that a CEO would live in the house that they live in currently? So why is she stuck in a small corner, either a kitchen or the DEE MWANGO who brags for a living? You think if that house was marvelous and fantastic, like for example, Marwa's house, they are aesthetically pleasing, do you think DEE MWANGO will not give you a house tour? Can you ask yourself why DEE MWANGO has never given you a house tour in Poland? Is she not proud of that house? Because it does not align with the narrative that she gave you guys. That she is married to a rich man, a CEO, who works with American company. Why does she feel the need to lie? It's because she wants to paint a narrative that you guys have already bought into. So every time maybe she sends this guy, for example, let me tell you guys, right now my husband doesn't have money. I'm proudly with my husband and he doesn't have money that I can call home for. Right now, he's out of work because he had gone for treatment in his country. So do you think I'm going to sit here and say, or for example, I buy some shopping in the supermarket, and then I come here with the shopping, and the first thing I show my husband is such a wonderful person. Even though he is far away, he has decided to send me some money so I can buy some grocery. Oh, bless my husband. He's such a thoughtful man, such a wonderful man, one in a million. Why would I lie about that? He did not send me any money. He did not send me any money. So I cannot lie to you over that. Right now, I take care of most of the bills, and it's okay. For me, it's not a big deal because I'm capable of. When he have money, he takes care of whatever bills he can. But I cannot sit here and lie to you regarding this. For me, I believe that if he has money, he can never say no to me. But as for now, he still don't have it. So I cannot just fold my hands if I have money and let him like suffer. For example, if he's in the hospital and maybe he tells me that this and this medicine is needed, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't have the money. I can't do that. That is not love. I send it the money so that he can get well and get back here and get to work and take care of us, the little he can. But I cannot lie to you guys. I can't. But for her, I think she found gratification in making up stories because 100%, most of the cases when she comes here and tells you guys that, oh, my husband has did, my husband has this, my husband has done this, she don't have to brag that much. Yet you'd find that she's the one. If she says, oh, my husband has bought, I'm sure that they are planning to travel. And then she would say, my husband has bought us ticket. But you would find that she's the one who bought them. But I think it dims down the narrative. The narrative will not be. So, in most cases, we call African women gold diggers. In most scenarios, we call African women gold diggers. And when we see African women going for these white men, we always have this narrative of they must be going there because they are looking for something. It's either they are digging for gold, or they are looking for passport, or they are doing this, or they are doing this. This has always been the narrative. That the white man there must be something that they're chasing after for this white man, right? So people have never stopped and thought that sometimes it's the black woman who is actually making so many sacrifices to be with these people. People have never thought that they also make sacrifices to be with these people. And in DEE MWANGO's case, she's making a lot of sacrifices. Because right now she has to be in that small dodgy room, in the snow that she's not adapted to, and always so freaking cold. She's forced to take care of chicken, something that she never did even in her Nyabohanze village. She's forced to live in this dodgy house that is not even nice, depressing. She doesn't even have friends. She's very isolated. She's with these people who don't understand her culture. They probably don't understand her because most of the time they sit and talk their language. And Dee is just there laughing. She doesn't even know if these people are talking about her. But with the camera in her corner. That is uncomfortable. Because in most cases, the mother-in-law, they don't speak English. So they have nothing in common. So even if she will brag to us and tell there's nowhere like home. You're not with your people. Stop making this narrative of I'm bestly taken care of. This is Stockholm syndrome. That is what it's called. I'm bestly taken care of. My childhood trauma is getting healed. Something that my mother never did to me. Oh, my father never did to me. Oh, my poverty, Africa. You are selling the narrative of Africa is so poor. They don't have family values. They don't have anything good going on for them. But it's not the truth. It's just maybe the environment that you were raised in. Because the fact that me personally, I was raised in a dysfunctional family does not mean that there are no proper families out here in Kenya. So I will never go to a white man's land and praise the white man's land. Praise the white Jesus, praise the white man's land. And then, even if it is bad in my country, I will never mention it. I will never ever say anything. I can never do that. So, what picture are you painting to these people? you should not even open up too much to these people to let them even see this kind of videos. You know, my mother was this, and my father was this, and my it gives these people the advantage. They take advantage of you because they will say, "Oh, after all, she coming from a poor background. She coming from a poor family. She coming from this and that. Oh, after all, we can't even respect her because, you know." So even the way she says that, little things is what counts. I'm from poverty. I'm like, okay, okay, darling, okay. Whatever works for Dimwango. If she's happy, let's be happy for her. She's going to learn her lesson sooner or later. Either she goes for counseling or she decides not to. But then again, as she continues to make these videos, we'll continue reacting. But having been reactor does not mean that we become like, let's do reaction, but again, let's be a little bit sensitive. This reacting of whereby you even take your back to email the husband, that is overdoing. You are pushing it, and you better cut it out. As much as we want to react and we want to teach, like maybe admonish and make her come to the right direction, make her maybe realize her faults, but we also have to be adults in this. You cannot be going in a corner saying that she is cursed, she is demon, she is this. You can't say that. Stop that. I don't like that. What if somebody is telling you that? Why? How would you feel? You guys are taking this reaction too far. How do you feel if somebody sits down and discusses you like it's 1 hour, 24 hours non-stop? People are discussing you. Yes, you might have been at fault and you might have not presented yourself in a correct manner or whatnot. But there's a way to come about it. You cannot be so badly bullying. That is not the way we should. We know DEE talks too much. That is her weakness. It's either we don't listen to her, we don't go to her channel, we don't watch her. Because at the end of the day, we can choose who we want to consume and who we don't want. So, as a matter of fact, we are reacting on her at the same time. She's doing us a favor because she's giving us content, right? So if we want to be rude and like a bully, we have to strike a balance. Are we bullies or not? Are we reactors and are we trying to point out the things that, we can strike a balance as adults at the end of the day. We cannot say that DEE is wrong and at the same time we are also throwing wrong and we want everybody to agree with us. There are people who are going to look at our comments because I see some of our comments as reactors. Some of the comments are not nice. Honestly. Because when you are encouraging your fellow women to call another one demon and to call her cursed, to say she's cursed, her womb is cursed, she'll never have a child, why would you say that? Are you a witch? Are you guys witches or what are you? So what you guys don't want DEE to do not do, because two wrongs don't make a right. She will be defensive because she's human at the end of the day. And I'm sure she doesn't watch these videos because she doesn't want her feelings to be hurt. But any normal person, even me, if somebody opens a YouTube channel and discusses me and allows people in a comment section to abuse me and diminish that one, many even speculate things that sometimes you don't even know about. That one is pushing it. And you can only push human far. And then they will break. Especially someone whom you guys are saying that is not okay here, if you are saying that she is not okay here, then what makes of you who is going to sit in the corner to bully her? Then it means that you guys are bullying mwenda wazimu. So what makes you guys? You are also mwendas. Mwenda wazimu is to insane people. If DEE MWANGO is insane, you guys who are also bullying her and being arrogantly rude and allowing fellow women to bash. No, I don't agree with that. I don't. As a matter of fact, even if we are trying, we know that DEE lies a lot. That is her weakness. She lies. Point out those lies. And me, I usually go on the comment section of these people. And if you go on comment section, if you see my name anywhere, you would see that I'm actually correcting some people. And I'm telling them that is not the right thing to say. You can do better than that. If you are sane, you can't say something like that about somebody. So let's choose to be kind. If we don't want these rats, if you don't want Nyabohanze people to come for us and to bewitch us, you don't want to push these people to take us to the biggest wagangas. Because Nyabohanze, I heard Nyabohanze is not a joke. When it comes to dealing with people traditionally, they would if they choose to. So me, I'm afraid. So I don't want these people to come for me traditionally. Already my life is a mess. Just the same way as DEE MWANGO's life is saying that her life is a mess. All of us, our lives are messes. You cannot fix a speck on one person's eye and you leave a speck that is in your eye. So all of us need to fix our lives in this 2025, 2026. We correct DEE MWANGO with love. Let's give her tough love. Let's correct her with love. I don't want to lick anybody's ass. I'm going to continue reacting, but I want to try and react and correct her with love. So if you see me from today onwards, if you see me, I'm not correcting her with love, please come for me. Tell me, I don't like what you said. I don't like that. Don't say that. Correction is always welcome. Thank you so much. Can you please give me 34 likes as I continue to read from you guys? 34 of you are watching. Please give me 34 likes so that I can read from you. So you just saw the picture of DEE MWANGO with a baby. I saw it too. Nilotic Empress, this is why you have to expand your world politics. I stopped sleeping from the day I was born. Yeah? Yes, I think you're right. You stopped sleeping because you found some horrible things. I know. How is hubby? Was his surgery successful? Yes, my husband's surgery was successful. He's still recuperating, and he's telling me that he's getting better. He had polyps inside his nose, and those polyps were causing him so much trouble. So he had them removed. So now he's actually recuperating. He's waiting until he's feeling much better, then he can travel back to us. She brags a lot and she doesn't accept correction. Exactly. Why did you decide to be hating on DEE MWANGO? Do you think I'm hating on her? Hello, everyone in the chat. Hi. Continue to tell your story, Ruby. It will be an inspiration to others. I will. Thank you. Ruby, you are so authentic. Thank you. I try. Someone is saying Dee has never had a child. We don't know that for sure. That is true, but someone on another channel did their research on her and found no evidence. Someone found no evidence. We don't know that for sure. I pray her husband could understand why she did not told. I don't think they will ever disclose that to the husband, but I think the husband is gonna watch reactors, and then of course she's just gonna say that the child is her niece. It's not. Somebody was also saying that that child is in high school. Yet 5 months ago, I watched a video of that child, and she's not in high school. She's so small, like she's either 7 or 8 years old. People who are also commenting and speculating, some of them could be lying, man. If you want to watch, you go and watch a video where DEE was, it was something about, it was something about reunion. She has, that video is 5 months ago. Just go and see 5 months ago video where she was talking about reunion. Something about reunion. Just go and see all her 5 months ago, the videos which were done 5 months ago. And then you're gonna watch that video. It's about something reunion where she was wearing a maroon. First of all, the video starts when she was in Marwa's house and she had picked shoes and some bag and a cloth. And then she was talking to Maisha, carrying Maisha, blah, blah, in Marwa's compound, and she left. She took her car and left, went back home, and then she met her sister together with these children. So one of the kids that people are speculating is her child is called Chantel. So you'll see that child. And then you can make up your mind whether you think that kid belongs to DEE or not. So people have found out that it's her child anyway. The same people must be emailing the Polish immigration. DEE must move in silence. Exactly. People are very much capable of doing anything. You saw the way Nyako, you see, there's this TikTok celebrity in Kenya called Nyako, a Kenyan lady living in Germany. The way Kenyans made her life hell, they emailed and she was almost deported from Germany. So yeah, they can do whatever. Someone called her a demon. Wow, YouTube is rough. No wonder some people quit these streets. Exactly. They call her demon. They feel it's okay to call someone that. If they contract immigration, then that's wickedness. My friend, people will do whatever. Somebody said, actually, in that convention, there was a video where some reactor was talking about DEE was talking about her husband had gotten some messages from people, from some haters. They were just telling him, why did you marry an older woman? DEE is hiding a lot of things, and blah, 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 leave her, blah, blah, blah. And DEE kind of took that message to DEE husband took that message to DEE and then DEE read them and she got very upset. She came on her videos and she was like sort of addressing these people and just like being very upset over it. And there's a reactor who made a video and they were now laughing regarding this. And a lot of people were actually having conversation and they were saying, they were actually confessing to having emailed this man. They were saying, even there was one that said that they emailed Polish immigration. That's deep. DEE mistake is coming here on social media and having these scandals that she had been having and rubbing her success on people's faces, bragging, and defending herself, trying to defend herself, and to trying to clap back at supposedly haters. That is her mistake. Live, the mom. Hey, what are you saying? You said if they could watch her mom's live, the mom actually acknowledged that yes, D has a daughter. Wait a minute. So Sylvia is saying that myself is digging onto her past. Stop. You are not even listening to what I'm saying. So leave this channel. Leave this channel. I'm gonna remove you. Rubbish. You've hidden your head inside your bum. I don't need you here. Go. Yeah. Don't piss me off. Let me go, guys. Eh? Are you sure? No way. Where is that live? The live that was skimmed 6 hours ago.
Table that slides effortlessly under your sofa. Sleek, stylish, and make.
No way.
So, guys, here it's evening. I can see Darwin Masters.
I'll be so surprised.
XR. Morning, good afternoon.
Lynn, is it this video?
What you have to say?
Is it this one?
Good evening, guys. Here, welcome to my live stream.
Is it this video, Lynn?
End month. No, it's a new month of February, and I'm so grateful. I want to thank you for joining the stream.
I'm waiting for Lynn to acknowledge if it is this video.
Welcome. Let me take this opportunity.
She acknowledged it indirectly. Is it this video?
I'll be very happy. So somebody.
Yeah, because I want to prove reactors wrong.
What you have to say. So what I have to say is that I want to take this opportunity to thank God and to appreciate the far God has brought us. Since we started the new year till today, it's not by our own making, it's by the grace of God that we are able to reach this month,
no
the new month of
way.
February. So I want to take this time.
Did she blunder?
DEE, Mama, I can see DEE there. Amen. So she's my daughter. I want to wish her all the best in her new home. I'm so glad that she took a very stern decision, which is godly, because in this world, we need to have families. So I just want to congratulate her and tell her thank you so much in appearing. You are the first person in my live stream. I'm so glad.
I can't
to see
believe
you there
it.
with a lot of love.
I'm gonna watch it later. You mean the haters, the what are they called? The reactors are having a field day today. Do you mean this lady, DEE mother, her mouth slipped and said, yes, DEE has a child? This one needs me to listen when I am chilled in my bedroom. I won't sleep today. I won't sleep today because I have so many things to watch. Usually, I don't fall asleep early. So now it's 11 p.m. and I bet you I'm gonna go up and I'm going to shower. I'm going to refresh it, and then I go to bed. When I get to bed, this phone does not get out of my hand. The phone only get out of my hand when the charger is depleted. That's how bad I am. So I'm going to watch this congrats mom video, and then I will come and we react on my next live together with the whatever will be happening on today this week's. Guys, I've seen reactors are actually making like even 3 4 videos a day. Hands up, I can't. I can't keep up with them. I can't find content. I can't dig up negativity enough. I don't know how to, I can't. So I cannot. That is the reason why I make one video after every like if today, tomorrow I skip, then I make the day after tomorrow. That is all I can. I can only manage to make like how many videos in a week? Maybe 3 or 4. So anyway, guys, I'll see you guys on my next live. She did not say yes, but she did not say no either. But her mom must be misunderstand the question that was asked of her daughter pregnancy. Okay, we'll find out. I'll see you on my next one. Have a lovely one. Bye bye.